See how this does, I guess. But I'm live. IOI Showcase is supposed to be starting right now. I'm not seeing it. We've got the countdown.
All the way from the waiting room with Mads Mikkelsen. He's such a sweetheart.
Just have some sound in the background when I'm waiting.
Really cool guy. So we were just joking and hanging out. And but then when we came in,
Well, people are trolling them to hell in the comments.
People and whatnot. So, but it was a fantastic experience. People really received it well.
People are so nice
and whatnot. So. And then when, both with Mindside
they do what they
and
can
also with, when Bond
Yeah.
came on, and of course when we invited Mads Mikkelsen, so the roof just came off, so that was good.
It was really fun to see or hear the crowd reaction whenever Mads came on stage as well. So that was really exciting. Was there anything else that was announced at Summer Games Fest that you're excited about?
I mean, besides the games that we showed,
come on, where is it?
It was really great to just hang around and watch the Summer Game Fest. The whole event itself is extremely exciting.
Yeah.
It's a major thing for our industry. So it's really, really great to see all these great games get announced. Me as a gamer, it's not only about what I have and what we are showing, but it's just to see how the industry is thriving with all this creativity. Yeah. So that was awesome.
It really is a celebration of gaming this week. I feel like
ever
since I was a kid, this time
it's been a hell of a journey. And apart from a little tiny hiatus when I was nearly replaced, big mistake I directed. Anyway, don't mention the war. That
it says there.
That again, what was extraordinary?
That's the countdown.
That issue was that it was the fans.
Oh man, they put us 10 minutes back.
Are extremely good.
Really?
At listening to the fan base, and when they went,
I guess they're giving everyone 10 minutes to get in.
Having it. We're not going to buy the pre-order.
Yeah, that would make sense.
3 or 4 months later, they went, okay, let's bring him back. And they did, bless them.
Let's hope this is the one.
They actually, the leadership of IO Interactive put their own jobs on the line in doing so, because at that point they were owned by, I think it was Square Enix.
Yeah.
So they went behind the backs of Square Enix and sneaked me in and recorded it, and then flew, I believe, to Montreal and went, guys, be honest, what do you think? And they went, okay, yeah, we'll go with the bald guy.
We'll go with the one that actually looks like the Hitman himself.
Yeah, I mean, what are the chances?
Wait, turn around.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was even got the barcode on.
You had to do it.
The pain.
Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm so excited for everyone who's watching online to see what we have in store.
Me too.
But thank you so much.
Pleasure. Bye now.
Man, can't believe we've got to wait 8 minutes. Hitman 2 available now. Right, being as this 8 minutes, I'm going to see how we access the Laser P. How to access eyes. See. End of chapter 9. Base game. Okay. Where's that? I can't even remember what I played on before. Right, I just remember I've got 7 minutes. That's until we get to 2:04.
It might have been Xbox.
Hmm?
I think you mentioned earlier that you might have played it on Xbox.
I think I did. I'm gonna see if we can just find my save game now. Because I'm sure it was on Game Pass. Yeah. Here it is now. Install. Come back to me, Liza P. I'm probably going to have to stream this tomorrow. I don't think there's much choice, is there?
Not really. Been dropped on you, forced upon thee.
I know,
now you must
forcing me to do it. Neo 3 and Lies of P DLC on the same weekend. Oh my god. It's just ridiculous. There's Overture. Overture $24.99 for the DLC. It's not even that expensive, really.
It's 24.
I'll do it off stream. I'm not showing my bank details on the live stream. I'm not that brave.
Sure, nothing could possibly go wrong.
Even if everybody here now says that they're like super safe, the people watching after. Alright, well at least that's downloaded. There we go. I don't know if it automatically did New Game Plus or if I'm going to have to start a new character. I knew I should have streamed a fresh character before this. And they said it was coming June as well. But I thought it'd be the end of June because they didn't give us a date. I thought it'd get shown today. And then it'd be like, oh, it's either Lies of P or Death Stranding, but no.
Nope. It's coming out immediately.
Oh, no. And then we got Xbox on Sunday.
Yeah. Imagine if Death Stranding had pulled the exact same thing.
Oh, man.
On this day as well.
Well, I think after Oblivion's success, we're going to see it more often now.
Yeah. Which is nice, but it really throws my plans. And
people are going to be like, stop it! It was nice when it was a surprise. We don't need it all the time. What's this now?
Can you just get away from me?
You told me to.
Never heard of personal space?
You told me to follow you.
Nervous? Don't worry.
What is this that we're watching here? Why is it on 9 minutes?
Did it go back?
What have they done? It was on 7 minutes earlier.
In his research, Dr. Morrison
Not
identified
only has it, I guess they're moving backwards in time.
a moment where machine learning would evolve past our capabilities of control. He called the first sign of this Alpha.
Welcome to Red Rock. Man, is it always this hot? You'll get
Right.
used to it.
Back to looking at Lies of P. I mean, if you're going to say 9 minutes. Installing. At least the best thing about an Xbox in comparison to a PC is, even though I haven't turned my Xbox on in about 3 months, I don't have any drivers to download, I don't have any Windows updates, I don't have, like, hardly anything.
That is true.
I don't know what, it sounds really minor, but it started bugging me recently. That you spend so much on a PC, and it's just nothing but awkward. And unless you've got something relatively high-end, you might not even run games as smoothly as you would on a console. And I'm being specific about as smoothly, right? Because, okay, your graphics will be nicer, but there's just something about, I turn it on and it works. It's rare that you get exceptions. Although apparently Tainted Grail was pretty bad on console.
Alright, yeah. How did you find that?
How did I what?
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, Tainted Grail?
Yeah.
It's 80% good. It's one of those stories where I want the game to do well. I want to persuade people to buy it, but it is unfinished.
Welcome to Miami.
However, what's there is very good. Does that make sense?
Because I've played the demo during
it's probably the closest Bethesda's ever going to have to competition at this point, or at least so far. And to be fair, the first 2 acts are quite good, but the third zone is like, it's extremely obvious that they ran out of money.
I am here with Adam Whiting, the
It almost feels bad to play it and then
How are you doing tonight?
complain about it, because you can just see it, right? So
thank you.
No, absolutely. It's a night of
all
celebration.
of the quests
So,
are
what were
generally
your thoughts
well
and
written,
reactions
they're
to
bespoke,
the
they're
showcase
not
today?
usually
Yeah,
like
I mean, wow.
really bland
Everything was
quests.
so good. I'm so excited
And
to play,
on the
Shiva
third map,
mission. I'm so excited for Bond as well.
you
Yeah,
are
pretty much
interacting
excited
with
for everything
these
I saw so far.
different
Really
tribes
excited
that have to come to a moot, right?
Players got to see our final
And
trailer for Mind's Eye.
I don't think it's too
It
spoilery
must
to
feel
say
good
that
to finally have your
in this
trailer
game,
out
your
and to start seeing
decisions have an
fans talk about
effect
it.
on the way
Yeah, it's really
events in the game
exciting,
play out,
genuinely.
right?
What's even more exciting than that is the fact the game comes out on Tuesday.
2 of the
Players can actually
tribes
play it for the
have
first time. I mean,
fairly
that's
elaborate
really, really cool.
quests.
Yeah, that's actually huge
2
news,
of the
and
tribes
and
have
really fun
literal
that we can
fetch
come out of
quests.
this and go straight into playing the game, where most of the
So
announcements you're like, oh,
you
I
can
have
just
to wait
see
a
the
year for
exact
that.
point
So
where
that's really cool.
they
Yeah,
ran out
yeah,
of
very
time
exciting.
or
So,
money
yeah.
What are
or
you
whatever it
looking forward to
is.
tonight for the IOI
It's
showcase?
like, god damn it.
I'm actually looking forward to everything.
Couldn't
on
sort
the
of
menu,
given them
really.
just
I
half
mean,
a million
I'm a
more or
bit of an IOI
something.
fan, so I'm looking
Finish
forward
it
to
off.
seeing more of the Hitman mission.
Yeah.
And really excited to play it when
So,
I'm at home. So,
But they're doing big updates for it. They've already said they're gonna
It looks like
get
the
it
show's
done.
about to
I think they're
start
gonna
with
do a No Man's
everyone going
Sky.
in, so we should probably get going.
But like I say, a lot of what's good's there. A lot of what's there is good. There's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, is it better than Oblivion?" And it's like, right, you realise why Oblivion's a classic, right? There's a lot of things in that game, that, especially for when it released, were groundbreaking. And so it's unfair to try and measure it against Oblivion, but it does do some things better than Oblivion. For example, summoning. If you want to be like a summoning player, it's probably never been better in an RPG of that style. You can play as like a vampiric zombie summoning necromancer if you want. But on the flip side, there's no spell customization, and as far as I could tell, all of the spells were combat spells. So whilst they weren't all just throw fireball, there was also no like, oh, I can jump higher or invisibility or anything interesting like that. Build crafting it's quite good. One of the things that I actually thought was really good is they managed to make it so that the stealth archer isn't the default way to go around the game, because they made it so that when you level up, you get to spend 1 point on an attribute, you get 1 skill point, and you get well that's all you get. You get 1 attribute point, 1 skill point, and they linked stealth damage to an attribute, which means you can sneak around and level up your sneaking skill, but if you try and fire at something and do like a stealth archer without investing into the stats, you're not going to have the damage. So they actually fixed, that whole meme that you get on Skyrim, for example. Everyone defaults to the stealth archer because everybody sneaks, and the weapon that gets the sneak damage is the bow. So everybody's like, I'm going to sneak with the bow. So, I thought that was a good, innovative way to fix that issue. That is an issue in Elder Scrolls games. The combat is probably better than any base Elder Scrolls game, because it's quite close to Avowed, and Avowed has good combat, even if people don't like the other stuff in the game. But yeah, they tried to be ambitious. I think it's fair that they tried to be ambitious. They did a good job of making it so that you don't get like huge sweeping changes, like in Fallout 3 where you can blow Megaton up.
Yeah.
There's nothing that big, but your decisions have an effect on the outcome of like the storylines and stuff that go through each of the zones in a good way. I think in a good way. Some people might not like some of them, but I think in a good way. I'm trying to be vague on purpose because I don't want to spoil it if you do play it.
Yeah.
But even to the point of like, depending on the order you do things, some characters, they move around the map. And if they move to an area of the map that you haven't been yet, they will clear the area. So I thought that was like quite good. And it means that, you know, people that clear the game in different orders will have slightly different experiences because certain characters will be in certain places at different times. Almost like Dark Souls 1, where the characters are like traveling through the world. It's not quite as deep at that. Not quite as deep as that, but I thought they did an overall good job. So I have a lot of good things to say about it, and it's not expensive. It's like 30 something quid. However, the last act is just unfortunately not there.
I'll keep an eye on it as it updates, and if any of those problems get fixed.
But like I say, game's good, and it, like if you play the first 2 acts and then give in, you'll be happy. Some of the dungeons in the second zone are awesome. Really worth playing through, and it actually has decent boss battles as well. Not amazing, and I don't feel like many games that are like first-person RPGs like that have amazing boss battles, but they do have some pretty good ones. That's especially for that style of game. Second zone was really good, actually. Plus, you know, spell for turning people into cheese. People were really happy with that.
Sheer goal.
So it's grim as hell, but at the same time, they do have a sense of humor. I think the story's unfinished as well, which is unfortunate. Hopefully we get more of that. Hey, the showcase is starting. Hooray. Welcome in, everybody. All 5 people that have joined me, welcome in. I appreciate it so much. Truly. I'm not even being sarcastic. Do I need to have... Might need to have a tag on this. Man, their music is really quiet. That's on full as well. Really? These people are clearly not used to streaming stuff. Man, the sound's terrible.
Hello, everyone. Gamers of the world, welcome to a celebration of play, creativity, and passion. Welcome to the very first...
And I want to make it clear, anybody watching my screen, that pixelation is from them, not me.
Hotel in Hollywood, and I am Brittany Johnson. I'm going to be your host.
My streams are never that pixelated.
We're going to have a really fun night talking about games, first looks, deep dives.
Somebody doesn't know about video compression on YouTube.
Surprises. But, you know, we'll finally get to meet the creators of the magic and have a panel at the end of the show, too.
Although, to be fair, most streamers don't seem to realize it.
And lock in. Our first guest is none other than the CEO of IO Interactive, Hakan Abrak.
This year marks the 25th anniversary of Hitman. From a team of few passionate tech pioneers, IOI grew to build more ambitious projects, such as Hitman, World of Assassination, which created its own genre with a single-player game that gave thousands of hours of fun. On our mission to bring Hitman everywhere, whether it's by bringing Hitman to new platforms or by collaborating with celebrities as elusive targets, we just reached a new milestone, as we count 80 million players in the World of Assassination. And 25 million units sold since 16. Our fans have supported us all these years, whether they recently joined the ride or joined it as early as I did. So I just want to say thank you.
Ah, there we go. Hashtag IOI showcase. Give me that. Put that in there. Can I not edit tags? Oh, there it is. I'm going to apologise for the sound as well. They haven't got dedicated sound for the stream. They're using microphones to pick up the sound for the show. You a big Hitman fan too?
I've played through the more recent editions, but
Okay.
not the third recent one. So the new Hitman 1, the new Hitman 2, and then Hitman 3 came out and I didn't do that.
Right.
Most of the levels are quite fun to play for. Very creative ways to get rid of your target.
Yeah, they give you lots of options, right?
Yep, an absolute ton.
So it's kind of cool that they're doing the 007 franchise now. So I assume that could, in theory, be a similar thing, but in first person.
If they managed to have that same sort of gameplay, it would definitely go towards being quite a
Good evening, everyone.
good experience
I'm
and
Christian,
worth
Chief
multiple
Creative
playthroughs.
Well, it fits him, doesn't it? It fits 007, right?
Hitman and
Should
the
do.
World of Assassination launched in 2016.
Well, 7 is a
So
secret
we're coming
agent.
up on
Yes, I mean.
almost a decade of a
Ways
live
of
and
doing an
ever-expanding
objective.
game,
Be
including
quite-
our very popular elusive targets. Back then, we created the opening level in Paris as a sophisticated, high-stakes location for a classic international spy thriller. And today, it becomes the perfect backdrop for a crossover between Hitman and James Bond. We're introducing the iconic Bond villain Le Chiffre as an elusive target, and it's a perfect fit for Hitman and Paris, and we are immensely proud to team up with Denmark's own Mads Mikkelsen for a reprisal of his iconic role. So it's time to look at some gameplay. Please welcome IO designers Eskil and Martin.
Good morning, 47. Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre. A financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has made a fortune manipulating global markets by orchestrating disruption to drive stock fluctuations in his favor. However, a recent failed venture left him in dire straits, losing vast sums of both legitimate and illicit capital. In a desperate bid to recover,
that you see when you look into the baby's eyes in Death Stranding 2.
at the Casino Monarchique
Mads Mikkelsen.
in
That's
Paris.
it, yeah. Great actor.
Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
Yeah.
Should Le Chiffre succeed, it will fortify his ability to fuel a dangerous network, an outcome they cannot allow. Be warned, Le Chiffre is calculating and ruthless. He will not go down without a fight. Good luck.
All right, hi guys. We're just gonna show a little sneak peek of what's happening in the level. So we jumped in a little bit. Here 47 has already obtained this invite, and you can just, Jonathan, just play the video from here. And there's a guard that he sort of needs to deal with. And as we know, 47, everything in his hand is a weapon. So he's using the trusty old suitcase. And of course he needs to hide the body, because if found, the level is gonna spiral out of control. And what he has in it is a sniper rifle. Hopefully he's just gonna use it now as a binocular.
So we can get a good look of the level that was built. We constructed a whole playable
Who made the previous
on the ground floor of Paris.
Hitman games?
in true Hitman fashion, this is all participatory. You can sit down at any of these tables and play poker or play roulette with the NPCs. And
what is the same
obviously
people?
we're working towards playing poker against Le Chiffre.
Where did you get the invite from?
I got it from the gentleman in red by beating him at roulette. But there are many other ways to get the invite. Of course, Hitman is all about freedom of approach.
And here you are stashing the rifle because we're going for a different approach in this playthrough. Trying to beat Mr. Le Chiffre at his own game.
I think he's just in the next room, and we're gonna get a chance to see the main attraction.
That is Le Chiffre, shadow banker and mathematical genius. You need to stay on your toes. He has never been defeated in a poker game.
And there we have Mads or Le Chiffre in all his beautiful 3D glory.
I can't hear anything.
He was so amazing to work with. I was at the voice recordings.
That is literally full. I can't raise the volume.
The way that he just jumped into that role was magnificent.
Mr. Reaper. I can hear it quite well through your stream.
You can hear it, okay. As long as everybody can hear it, that's fine.
Reaper. Unusual name. Or is that your real name? I've never come across it.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
True. I'm just not fond of unexpected guests. I like to know who I'm dealing with.
Me too.
Shall we begin?
After you.
And Bason is still doing a very solid job as Mr. 47. So I know this was a sort of a dream come true for you to...
Yeah, like as a Hitman developer and fan, I always wanted to make a casino level. It's like, it's a no-brainer, right? And having Le Chiffre and Mads Mikkelsen, it's the perfect combination.
If you can beat Le Chiffre, he will be financially destroyed. Then General Murillo will take care of the rest.
Well, what a pleasant surprise.
So you're assassinated by beating him at poker.
Didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
You know each other?
Yeah, we go back, don't we, Mr.
Reaper.
Yes, of course, Mr. Reaper.
Well, this is turning into an interesting evening. Shall we continue?
Oh, please do. I'm sorry.
Esteemed guests, welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique. I am Monsieur Jameson, and I will be your dealer tonight. As per Mr. Le Chiffre's arrangements, we are going to play a cash game of Texas Hold'em poker. Your pre-board chips have been placed on the table before you.
As in any Hitman game, the player is always free to, freedom of approach is sort of the staple of the series.
The small blind will be Mr. Le Chiffre.
As you can see, he has a silenced pistol holstered, so the player could just take out Le Chiffre now,
Monsieur Smith.
but we're doing something different here.
Mademoiselle Bai.
I'm calling.
Monsieur Le Chiffre.
Call.
I'll now deal the flop. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
I think I'll bet 4 million.
It's not a bad hand, two pairs.
47, your hand is strong. Lure the other players into betting big.
$65% odds. I think I'm gonna call.
Raise him. There he is, touching his forehead. Nice.
Monsieur Smith. Call. Mademoiselle Bai.
I'll sit this one out. Fold.
Time for the turn. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
I think I'll bet 4 million.
Monsieur Reaper.
47. Have you noticed Le Chiffre keeps touching his face, like he has a tick? I think he's bluffing. Raise him.
We're sitting on a full house, so seems like good advice.
Raise. The bet is now 8 million euros. Monsieur Smith.
I don't have the hand for this. I'll fold.
Monsieur Le Chiffre.
It looks like it's down to you and me, Mr. Reaper. Call.
Last community card. The river. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
I think I'll bet 4 million.
Monsieur Reaper.
Seems like a slam dunk.
Raise. The bet is now 8 million euros. Monsieur Le Chiffre.
Call.
Gentlemen, showdown, please. Monsieur Le Chiffre. 4 of a kind.
He
Oh,
faked
no.
the tell. Unfortunate.
Oh
He
no!
has us beat.
Monsieur Reaper.
Show your hand. Show your hand.
Monsieur Le Chiffre wins.
Well played, Mr. Reaper. But alas, not good enough. Are you feeling okay? You look a little pale. You should never accept a drink from a stranger.
47. I detect poison on your biomarkers. Le Chiffre's signature poison. Keep calm. We've prepared for this. I have an antidote and a flash point in the
Got your back.
Now go.
I need to use the bathroom.
All right.
If you insist, we will take a 30-minute break and then resume.
Just walk out of there calmly.
Sound of fucking juice. Okay. You'll take it from here?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, babe. Clock is ticking.
When we were playing this, Eskil was giving me instructions where to go. He's like, go left, go right, go down the stairs.
Run, run! And go right here. No, this is without power.
I'm just gonna throw a hammer at this guy.
You need to pick up your pace, 47. You have 20 seconds left.
Doesn't seem viable. I hope the poison isn't lethal.
No!
47, can you hear me? 47. 47, come in, please.
It's under control, General. It's just a minor snag. Who knows? It could be anyone. Oh, he'll talk. Trust me. Yes. Yes, you'll get your money. I'm on a winning streak. Hold on, he's waking up. I'll keep you posted. You're awake. Good. How are you feeling, Mr. Reaper?
Constricted.
Well, I felt it was a necessity, one I must confess I rather enjoyed. Do you know why I'm good at cards, Mr. Reaper? I can read people. I could spot Mr. Smith a mile away, and the two others I know. But you? Nothing.
What can I say? I just have one of those faces.
Yeah, well, I have a lot riding on the game tonight, so I get nervous when a total stranger suddenly turns up, and I just can't work him out. Okay. Let's not waste each other's time. Who are you? CIA? MI6? FSB?
Does it matter?
Well, it matters to me. Are you here to kill me?
I was hoping to outsource that part to Murillo.
So you do know something. I assure you the General will not be killing anyone tonight. So tell me who you are and what you're that's how it's gonna be, you are giving me no option but to take more extreme measure.
I'm sure I can handle it.
Don't be too sure. I've picked up a thing or two over the years that have proven quite effective.
Why don't you show me?
You are something.
You got a game to play. The general won't be happy if you don't.
Yes, I know. Shame. Guess we'll just have to wait. I will be back.
Can't wait.
Keep an eye on him.
Don't do anything stupid.
Right.
Can you hear me? The Shifra is going to come back and kill you. You need to get out of there. Use any means possible.
We're it off there, and if you want to find out how to get out of that pickle, you can play it right now, because it's out.
Oh, it is going out right now. So we've got a Hitman Shadow Drop.
Guys.
Shadow Drop.
All right. I hope
Hey?
you guys all enjoy.
Another
that
Shadow
little
Drop.
sneak
That's what they're calling it these days, isn't it? I knew more companies would do it after Oblivion had the success it did.
Even better, for everyone watching online, it is free to play
That's a
right now.
sound business strategy at this point.
You don't even have to own the game. Go to the store. You can play the mission right now.
And you can play it right now. Cool.
And you know what? Let's go ahead and take another look at what's next for Hitman. Introducing Vero, our Chief Development Officer at IOI.
It was an interesting mission, to be fair.
Hi.
Yeah, I believe that mission is based off. I
Hello,
think, like,
we are
Matt Watson played
celebrating
a Bond
25
film.
years of
Right, okay.
Hitman.
As a character, possibly.
Beyond the
I'm
shift
not
return,
quite sure.
we have two new
But that would make
incredible
sense for
elusive
the
targets coming
collaboration.
to the world of assassination. One will go live this fall, the second one in the winter. And these will come to the world of assassination with a lot of different new challenges, but also feature contract and twist drop. So stay tuned. Hitman is also expanding onto multiple new platforms. In fact, the pod in the lounge are running natively on the newly launched Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey.
And we encourage everybody here to go and have a go at it. And following the amazing reception of Hitman in VR, we wanted you to know that our team back home is extremely excited
Yeah, so it is
to
a
bring
James
further
Bond film.
enhancement and content in
From
the update that
the-
goes live tonight.
Casino Royale.
And there
Right, I
is
see.
more. Hitman, the World of Assassination, is a globe-trotting action fantasy. And now you can truly travel Hitman in your pocket.
Oh,
In the
not a mobile
lounge,
game.
You can already experience the game running natively on iOS. Hitman promises the freedom to play however you want. You can now choose a platform that fits the moment. So from PC, console, VR, and mobile. There is more. And as a final twist, Hitman is also going analog. We are partnering with Mood Publishing to bring Hitman to life in a completely new format.
Hello everyone, Casper from Mood Publishing here. At Mood, we specialize in making memorable board games. And today, I
Hitman
am
board game.
excited to share with you
Every game has to have a board game.
with our close friends at IO Interactive to bring a dream project of ours to life. Hitman, the board game, is coming to Kickstarter later this year.
I didn't even buy the Dark Souls one. That's like my favorite series.
Multiplayer board game. Players take on the role as master assassins, traveling the world to
Hey.
take on high-stakes targets. Every time you play, you compete against other players on the same job. Whoever can take down the target in whatever way they seem fit gets the payout and wins the game.
Just like in the video games, every board you play on invites you into an immersive world filled with culture and storytelling, providing a perfect backdrop for the globe-trotting assassin. Fans will recognize many iconic weapons, memorable moments, and familiar characters. Hitman the board game promises to be a fun, competitive experience and the essential assassin game in every fan's collection.
That's it for now. The best thing you can do to stay up to date is to follow our page over on Kickstarter today.
Oh,
They're kickstarting
if
it.
you'll excuse me, I have to get out of here before I'm compromised. Bye.
What?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Has Hitman changed hands or something? I thought Hitman was doing well and had good money.
We are prototyping and working closely with a great team at Mood, and I can tell you it feels really special to sit there with the other players, your fellow assassins, and you're trying to take out the
Last time I
target
checked in on the, I think it went through a slightly
And
rough
speaking of
patch
playing
with the
Hitman
kind of
with
community
friends,
side of things.
we have
did it?
one final sneak peek.
But I'm not too sure of that.
We want you
so
to team up
keep
with
what
a
I said
friend
with a grain
and
of
enjoy Hitman in co-op. So 2 new playable characters, Stone and Knight, return from their appearance in our sniper co-op mode to a full-blown Hitman co-op experience. We invite you to play a set of exciting missions across our world of assassination, challenge you to rethink your approach now that you're going to play as a duo. So,
Oh, hello.
it's still early
I realize
days,
women's French and
but we
has a
can't
very
wait to
heavy
be
accent,
back
but
with more news
when
on
your
Hitman
company's
Co-op
flashy product starts
soon.
with a H, you get a voice coach. A bit harsh to help with. I understand what you're saying though, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know how she was selected. How are you, Nerval? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Christian. For those of you who are with us today, you will have a chance to try the demo of the iOS version of Hitman World of Assassination in the lounge after the show. But that was a lot of exciting news for Hitman. News for the Anniversary Edition coming out in October, the release on the iOS, another on Switch 2, 3 new elusive targets coming in Le Chiffre, and a collab between 007 and Hitman, the summer roadmap, and the cherry on top of the cake, Hitman Co-op. But now, let's dial in, focus, because what's next is a different kind of assignment. The stakes, global. The style, impeccable. The mission, for your eyes only. You know the number, you know the man, but you've never seen him like this
I've studied a lot of languages,
It's time
but still.
to step into the origin of the world's most iconic secret agent.
007. I'm more excited about this.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're
We've
all
seen
in
this bit.
need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming.
This looks quite good. I might actually be in third person.
Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
The trailer makes it look like it's going to be Uncharted meets Hitman.
It definitely seems to capture the essence of James Bond.
Yeah, 100%.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
You liked it? Not too bad?
Not too bad. It looks good.
I still have goosebumps when I see this. We just revealed to the world a new James Bond game, the first one in over a decade. We're honored to be able to bring to the gaming world a 007 franchise for the players. Reimagine the first steps of James Bond as a young,
It's very obvious these people haven't memorized the speeches. They're all looking at a teleprompter.
Thanks to his instincts, defied all odds and got propelled into MI6. We also reimagined versions of the characters that shaped Bond as we know him today, such as a younger and ambitious M, who strongly believe in the human judgment on the field. It's not only a faithful and original take on James Bond's origin story, but it's also an incredible
we don't know.
adventure game.
I was assuming they were going to show us some more gameplay.
25 years of mastering the Asian fantasy at
But I think if it's coming from the same developers, it might be. Or it might have the same amount of freedom.
Defy the odds, and we want players to feel like Bond when they play First Light. But we will talk more about all that later this summer. And that would not be an authentic Bond experience without the partners who helped us design our vehicles, our costumes, and game moments. And we are working closely with NVIDIA to bring the latest ray tracing technology to First Light.
Why is Coca-Cola a partner? He doesn't drink cola, does he? I know. I thought Aston Martin was his car. Why has he got Jaguar on there? So weird.
007 First Light will release in 2026, so please sign up to your IOI account and get free rewards in Hitman and 007 First Light, and wishlist a game on your favorite
That was good
platform.
thing. He used to play James Bond.
That's not all.
Tabletop RPG with my friend, who was the ultimate game master and Bond fan. That was amazing. Yeah. Some people are just good game masters.
Additional rewards on day one.
Ooh, I'm sure everyone's speculating what those tiers will be. Well, I can't wait to know more about 007 First Light. When are we going to get more news?
We'll be back with a full gameplay reveal later this summer.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Hakan.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, mark this in your calendars. And Bond returns later this summer with an actual gameplay. That's going to be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so we haven't seen gameplay. So I don't actually know if it's open levels with freedom. I'm extremely hyped. Well, that's what I expect, right? But what else would you expect with 007 from the makers of Hitman? Like, you know, should be impressive, but I guess we'll see. I mean, I only ever played GoldenEye. I haven't played many of the other games. And it did usually have like secret routes you could take, if I remember rightly. You could always go in like vents and stuff.
This has been a transformative year for IO. The progress you have seen today across our games, trailers, and announcements is a direct result of our incredible talent in our studios, empowered by our tools and technology we built over decades. Every title we have showed today runs on Glacier, our own game engine, and Glacier has been continuous development over 25 years. That's not just a matter of the heritage, it is because no off-the-shelf game engine could handle the systematic complexity of Hitman and Bond, nor support the kind of cross-platform and performance we're delivering today. Glacier is a purpose-built for the kind of games IO makes, deeply interactive, technically ambitious, and globally scalable. What sets Glacier apart? Its modular design and ability to scale seamlessly across platforms from consoles to PC to mobile without compromising the creative intent. Glacier is the foundation that allows our teams to move fast, stay creative, and build the kinds of games that we believe in. And it's the reason we can deliver at the level of the quality and the scope of we've seen today. Thank you so much.
We're not going to see the third game. Yeah, there you go, mind's eye. I have no idea where this came
There's a
from.
lot of IOI games made with Glacier Engine, and I think it's safe to say they're all absolutely gorgeous. Well, now a few months ago, IOI announced a new publishing division. IOI partners with their first title, Mind's Eye, developed by Builder Rocket Boy. So, let's dive into another world, a world that feels strangely close to home sometimes. We've seen the jaw-dropping trailers for Mind's Eye, the blockbusting thriller produced by Leslie Benzies and its team. Please welcome Adam Whiting.
This is meant to be coming out on the 10th. I didn't know anything about this till recently.
Hey everyone, Adam Whiting here, Assistant Game Director at Builder Rocket Boy. Really excited to be showing you all some new gameplay footage from Mind's Eye that comes out on Tuesday, the 10th of June, so not long to go now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the action here, straight into a mission. Here we go. Straight into a mission from the latter third of the game, and at this point Jacob Diaz, our protagonist, has had his Mind's Eye implant reactivated, and he's accompanied by his companion drone.
Show us then.
Now this drone gives Jacob some unique combat abilities that we'll see during gameplay here. Now we've worked tirelessly to create a very immersive and cinematic experience, and the story is a key part of that. So we've bleeped out certain bits of dialogue, as I don't want to spoil anything for players, looking forward to delving into the narrative. What I can say though is that something very interesting has just taken place that's thrust the city into chaos. It's raining for the first time in years, and the city is under martial law. The military have moved in and are locking down the city as the automated AI systems that drive Red Rock have started to come undone. Now Rigby is going to be assisting us on this mission and helping us navigate the predicament Jacob finds himself in right now. Now in Mind's Eye, players can't just run in all guns blazing, but instead have to navigate the environment methodically and carefully, looking for vantage points and environmental elements that can give them an advantage. There is no surefire, one-size-fits-all way to approach combat, but by utilizing the vast array of weapons and the potency of the combat drone, players can approach combat in a variety of different ways. Players can also utilize the lens device. Now this is an AR contact lens that is the replacement for the smartphone in this world, and they can use this to scan the environment, and it'll actually help players keep track of where enemy targets are and help them strategize how best to neutralize them. And it also handsily highlights pickups on the ground. So the DC-2 companion drone has a few key functions. One of them we're about to see right now is a zap ability. Now this stuns targets, and it can be used to override electronic systems such as keypads and doors. It's also particularly potent against robotic enemies as it temporarily disables them.
A body flew then with the explosion. I don't know about this.
Now we try and keep players immersed in the narrative. So we have many cinematic moments, and players seamlessly transition in and out of these throughout the course of the game.
Is he going to get to drive that, really?
Navigate to Perez Mines.
Would be an eye. I'm trying to think now. So we could call it. Like, it looks well made. The gameplay didn't look terrible. I don't understand how this can come out of nowhere.
I think I'm alright. Those sky cars can withstand a lot of force. Well, it's not the drone I'm worried about, Rigby. It's me. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. Right.
Got glowy eyes. Always been soaking maca. That's a lot of weapons. This ain't, you can't go in guns blazing. You see how many weapons the guy's carrying.
Right now. Under martial law, the citizens of Red Rock have fled from the streets, and very few remain. This is in stark contrast to the other times players have navigated through this downtown area on previous missions, where it's full of life. The streets now have an almost eerie quality to them, as the main thing inhabiting them are the patrolling military vehicles and soldiers subjugating the residents.
He's not saying, is this mission based? Is it open world?
However, The military group that have taken over here are called Black Box. They aren't operating with the best interests of Red Rock City at heart. They have a different agenda. And as such, the robotic forces patrolling the streets are answering to them and are fighting against Jacob.
You want to tell me what you were doing? At least you're not pretending you thought he was dead. Why would I pretend that someone is dead that you were...
As players progress through the story, they face increasingly difficult enemies that are more tactically adept, as well as better armed. And as Jacob encounters these new factions, he gains access to their weaponry, adding to the player's ever-expanding arsenal.
I know Charlie helped you. And I know you spent a ton of time running around placing mystery devices.
Now, the robotic enemies players encounter are also susceptible to the companion drone and its ability to hack them, making them work alongside rather than against Jacob. This is a key strategic element as they can cause a distraction, tank some of the shots for Jacob, or they can just be a useful and potent combat ally, using their advanced robotic weaponry to aid players in battle.
Everything you've done, everywhere you've been. Yeah, I knew that. Well, in that case, I'm just a little bit impressed back. I take it those little boxes you played caused the event we just witnessed. They were ODTs. Don't ask me what
As we've seen, the DC-2 drone also allows Jacob to use it to scout ahead, seeing through its eyes, so players can plan ahead and approach each combat encounter in a more tactical way if they choose to. I also want to highlight the music and audio design. We've got a really talented audio team, and they've really given Mind's Eye a unique vibe through not only its sound design, but also its soundtrack, building tension and ramping up the excitement as the action escalates. Now we're just going to jump ahead here a little bit as we're just about to approach a construction site, and Rigby is trying to help us navigate to a vehicle that she's having auto drive its way over to us. She's our eyes and ears right now, helping us navigate through this area.
We're gonna fix this. We're the only ones who can stop Lamry. Right. Now if I can get this thing overhead, I might be able to... Shit. The drone...
Well, at least she was. Now it's down to Jacob. Now, whilst Mind's Eye is a linear narrative-driven experience, we have built an entire city, and we use this in various ways. In situations like this, players can navigate through the terrain how they see fit, and they can find different ways to get to their objective. Some may be more fraught with peril than others, and players can use a DC-2 drone to figure out their best path forward.
So it's a linear story adventure.
As you can see, there are a variety of different weapons to suit different playstyles and scenarios. Some of these laser-based robot weapons are particularly potent and a key part of your arsenal as you get into the latter stage of the story and are fighting highly trained military personnel as well as cutting-edge robots.
I've not seen all these different ways to take on enemies.
Environments and locations that change things up, from slick urban environments to isolated desert locations, beautiful skylines to sumptuous vistas. Mind's Eye is full of spectacle and surprise, and we're really excited for you all to be able to play it next week. As you can see, players also have to keep their wits about them at all times, as these black box enemies are quick, agile, and tactical with how they'll try and flank Jacob from various sides.
So the guy bugging out then.
Now we can flee the area in the vehicle Rigby has sent over to us. However, the city has a different feeling right now. Instead of being full of traffic to navigate through, there are now military checkpoints the player has to try and avoid. The driving in Mind's Eye feels fun, responsive, and thrilling as you take corners at high speed, and we use this in a variety of different ways. Now, one of those ways is through Play Mind's Eye. During the story, at certain points, the player will find portals that allow them to jump into side missions and stories, some expanding the world and giving more narrative context, some are just there because we think they're fun. And players can also bring up the pause menu at any time and launch one of a variety of different missions, races, and other gameplay experiences, built by our team using our special no-code editor tools that make game creation accessible to anyone. And players on PC can select the Build Mind's Eye option to start building their own content and share it with everyone else at the press of a button. We've already got some exciting updates in the works that will allow players to build their own environments, not being constrained just to Red Rock City, and also adding in multiplayer. And when we add new functionality and features, we'll not just be highlighting it with our own Play Mind's Eye content, but allowing players to use these additions within their own content and tell their own stories through Build Mind's Eye. We're really excited about the opportunity Play and Build will give us to keep players engaged with new content on a very regular basis, and we're committed to the long-term vision of Mind's Eye, and are looking forward to you all joining us on this exciting journey together. So you can pre-order Mind's Eye now to gain access to our deluxe edition for free, and we're excited to see you all in Red Rock City on the 10th of June. Thank you. And lastly, I just want to thank our partners at IOI for sharing this vision for the future of gaming with us and for allowing us to be part of their special showcase today.
Adam, thank you so much. And thank you for all your hard work and efforts, and thank you for the team back at Barb, and thank you, Leslie. You've created an amazingly ambitious, awesome game, and we couldn't be more proud to work with you as partners, and we're looking forward to get this game out to the fans 10th of June. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We are out here in the lobby while you guys are inside exploring what is about to be available to you. I am with Nicole, the global brand manager for IOI Showcase, or no, IO Interactive. Yeah, you're like, Anna's, but like beyond that, there's been so much planning and passion that has gone into tonight.
Wow, this is
Tell us
finally.
about that.
Now that I want to talk, this is finally mega loud. I'm probably not going to do Night Rain now. It doesn't look like my kind of thing, to be honest. I know it's Elden Ring Night Rain, but just because it says Elden Ring doesn't mean it's the king of games. Much more. We've got Neo 3 now coming out next year, and Lies P got some DLC, so I'll probably end up doing something with that soon. But yeah, glad you're enjoying the Mage walkthrough though.
Latest addition to the franchise.
I'm just trying to
Speaking of all the
collect my thoughts on this. Are you still there, Tim?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Did you watch any of that, or did you just skip it?
I watched through it. It seems to be like a Fox open world, so not like a real one. More like Mafia game design.
I haven't played Mafia. Well, it's just, where's that thing? They showed it for a second. It's going to be mission based, so it's going to be like Neo. But the selling point seems to be the whole make your own content thing.
Yeah.
I want to find the menu.
Now, whilst Mind's Eye is a linear narrative, we think they're fun, and players can also bring
Official content. Yeah, so that's how you're going to play the game.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know about that.
No, that doesn't look too good, to be honest.
As for Night Rain, just not entertained by playing against the clock. I very much actually I think Night Rain, out of all of the side stuff that they're doing, probably has the most legs to it, because one of the coolest things it's going to do is they're going to be able to bank previous content there, right? Like I've seen people playing as Solaire in it, and all the cool like old characters and bosses and stuff returning. So I think it'll be a pretty cool repository for, like, you know, as From Software games continue, we'll see like returning Easter eggs and stuff. Like I understand that it's cool, and I understand from their perspective, it's probably a very nice way to test out multiplayer features. Because obviously Miyazaki previously was not bothered about multiplayer as much as players were. So I think they're going to be learning lessons, and that's going to end up in whatever their next mainline game is, whether that's an Elden Ring 2 or a new setting. But ultimately, I can see that it's the kind of game I'd probably enjoy for like a few nights, and then I'd probably move on. Because I don't have enough friends to play with. Not reliably, anyway.
Guess I'm not a friend then.
But you are. That's one of two that you need to have. And if we like I say, and we'd play it for like a week and then it'd be done. I'm not saying that's necessarily bad, but
since the game, I think it came out literally last week. I've only got the last boss to go out and hunt.
yeah. But like I say, it'll end up with more content. I think it'll do well over time. But just ultimately, it didn't seem like it was going to grab me. Just like Dustbloods is similar in a similar place.
Yeah. They're definitely more experimental.
My Switch 2 has arrived, but there's only one game I want to play on it, and it's probably sad to say it. I only really want to play Wind Waker. Because they announced that's going to be a part of the Switch 2 expansion pass. Expansion pass? Online pass. So that's probably going to be, if I get some free time over the summer, I'll be streaming my way through Wind Waker. But yeah, I don't like the look of this. I don't know about Mind's Eye. Like I say, their thing seems to be they're going to add features and then players can make their own thing on it. So that seems a bit weird. There's a funny meme that says the real miracle of Jesus is that he had 12 close friends in his 30s. That is fair. Well, you know, the what's the word? The gurus out there, they say you should have 5 close friends that you work to build with, right? 5 good friends you can trust. And you have to be aware of what a real friend is, right? A real friend is happy when you succeed. Not jealous. Alright, so let's have a look at my Liza P-Say's game while I'm here. We can still chat for a little bit then. Let's see what state we're in.
Yeah, out of that entire showcase, definitely the Bond
007 was really good.
Yeah, that is looking quite nice.
If it delivers on the idea of the makers of Hitman making a Bond game, then they're onto a winner, aren't they? Easy. It's an easy win. Like it should be hard to get it wrong.
But at the same time, because of that expectation from those developers, it does them up with a lot more risk in taking if it doesn't pan out as they intend.
Yeah. Alright, I've definitely got at least one that isn't New Game Plus. How can I tell if it's New Game Plus or not? I don't even know.
I don't think I ever... I think the way I played it...
What? Oh, what? They added difficulty settings to Liza P. This wasn't here before.
Bit of an odd choice, but...
I don't mind it being there. It just wasn't there at launch. I guess that's because some people couldn't deal with the difficulty.
Yeah.
I should know. I have a lot of complaints on my channel for it.
Well, if it allows more people to experience the story, then it's an improvement.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. So my character is still here and ready. Oh, I've still got the charge blade. Oh, but I can't even remember the controls. Right, where can I fast travel to? That should tell me, right? How good we are. Yes, we have everything available. Good. Alright. Expect DLC soon. Let's see if we can get a parry off. It's been so long. It's giving me... Why's it giving me all of the thingies? How do I use... I can't remember how I use... Well, I've got the Aegis on. Who has the Aegis? No one. Man, it's been so long since I played Liza P. It's so good though. Alright, that's all the information I needed. So we'll be able to access the DLC straight away. And I got 2 characters ready to go, hopefully. Let me check the other one. This is the level... Why can't I see level? Doesn't tell me what level I am. Alright, let's check the other character. Level of 111, there we go. So then, thanks, Noble. Everyone always has better eyes than me. Right, and then 107, check you. That's crazy to think I can change the difficulty. I wonder if that's only once. I wonder if it's because I'm reloading from ages ago. Or can we just change the difficulty as we wish now? Oh, and there's a boss rematch feature now as well. Interesting. Yeah, oh my god, we've got in-game difficulty settings on a Souls-like.
I'm saying about the boss replay, as that's whenever I go to replay Dark Souls 3 or something.
Cool, right.
I typically download a boss rush mode. Just
cool. You still like the charge sleeve. Yeah, and this one actually has my puppet string. This must be the one that I beat Nameless Puppet with. Because we get to do sick damage. Can I beat a standard enemy?
That was a real test of your skills. Have they degraded?
They're going to have degraded loads since I last played this game. This character was made to be a beast. Yes. All right. Cool. What have they done to the turning circle? I don't remember the turning circle being that. What's the word? Gritty? Point launched. I don't think that settings was. No, it wasn't there when I first played.
It wasn't there when I played either.
Like I say, it's probably good they added it. I did. I wonder if it's still the top place. Let me have a look. I did a boss breakdown for Nameless Puppet, and I've got so many complaints on it. Yeah, I'm still getting search volume for it, so people probably are searching for it. And I don't think I'm even that good at like parrying and stuff. And I have complaints on there about how somebody that's okay at the game shouldn't do a guide on bosses. But yeah, I have so many complaints about that, about the Nameless Puppet boss, that it's not even funny.
What I quite find is funny is that
Say again.
A boss with what I find quite funny is that it's always a boss with the word nameless in it. That gets people. Nameless king, nameless puppet.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. Anyway, good thing that means tomorrow I'm probably going to be streaming Lies of P DLC. Alright, well, I will stop sucking up everybody's time and continue doing some Dune stuff. I might have to put a poll up to see what people want to see. Because we could do more Neo 3, we could do Lies of P. Lies of P's complete, Neo 3 can wait.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's the problem is, Lies of P is complete and available now. But the Neo demo is only available until the 18th. We've got 11 days.
How much is in the Neo demo, actually?
Say again?
How much is in the Neo demo?
How much is in it?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Actually, that does actually remind me I should actually download that. While I've got the chance.
In short, it's big.
Okay.
Let me show you. Let me just quickly show you. Man, I'm gonna get... Dune's come out such an inopportune time. Why is there like 50 million games that I want to do?
Hey, Dune only came out in June, so they could say June Dune.
Yeah. So they can have a Dune day.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I put this profile. Right. So if you look at my screen, I'm going to show you how big it is. Because it's big.
Okay.
Confirm. Man, it's so good. We got the aesthetics so right. So now I want to play this. There's too much to play.
And that really is. And then next year there's even
what a June.
Package.
Oh man. Well, it's crazy to think that we still don't know what it's going to be called. We've got the next project from the Liza P guys. I assume can't be that far away. Are you watching? I suppose you're going to be a little bit behind, aren't you? But we come over to the map, and it's this big. Ooh, let me get the map back up. This big. Look how big the map's going to be. But the demo is the highlighted bit.
Yeah. Oh.
So I wasn't exaggerating when I said this might be their Elden Ring moment. Like, it's quite considerable.
That is looking good. O'Neill, that is gonna be. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Plus, I hope you like Punishment because they did not go easy with the enemies. The enemies are actually quite strong.
That is always going to be enjoyable.
But we're talking about open world co-op. I was going to say, why have you gone away? Because right at this very shrine in the open world. Hello, Melissa. I was just about to finish up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, right here we have co-op. I can literally summon someone. Oh, no, I'm wrong. You can't do it in the open world. You can do it in missions. So you have to do the open world when you're in. So, Neo is looking very good for next year. But I think because it's only the demo, I guess I don't need to try to rush this out.
It would be different if they just went Neo.
Oh, and here's something else that they've done. Do you remember how in the first Neo it was a living weapon?
Yeah.
Well, we have that. Can I do it? Yeah. So there's the living weapon, and we also have the transformation. I can't remember the button. I can't remember the button for. So you have both. We've got best of both. And, as well as that too, we've got two builds in one. So you have Shinobi mode, and then you switch over to Ninja mode, and that has its own weapons and armor on. So you constantly have two builds at the same time.
Why are so many good games coming out?
Say again.
Why are there so many good games being coming out?
It is super late for me, Melissa. It's because IOI have invited me to become a part of their creator program, and a part of me being accepted was streaming their showcase tonight. So I had no choice. To be fair, the game that I was most looking forward to looks like it's going to deliver, so that's fine anyway. So I'm looking forward to 007. I don't think I'm fussed on this. Mine's Ice coming out the 10th, and I've got Liza P and Dune to do now, so I don't think so. And if that wasn't enough, there's also Neo 3 demo until the 18th. And if those 3 weren't enough, I still want to finish Death Stranding 1 before 2 comes out. So June just got crazy.
I think Death Stranding will probably take you the longest.
Yeah, well, it takes the longest and has the least priority until the end of the month, so I think I'll probably do Liza P streams, Dune videos. That's what I think. Makes the most sense.
That makes sense.
I think it makes sense, because it'll be a waste of time to do boss guides, because like I say, it's always a low percentage of people that get expansions and stuff. So whilst I'm sure there's people that would enjoy the help, from a I've now got to manage my time perspective, because everybody wants to launch everything at the same time, if I do streams for Liza P and videos for Dune on the back end, that's going to work out better for me. But thanks for coming anyway, Melissa. What are you doing up this time in the morning? It's 3 AM, you know. I'm joking, right. So expect a Liza P stream at some point tomorrow, buddy. Hopefully I'll see you for that.